So yesterday I put out a video about the big workshop drama that has been happening within the Team Fortress 2 community. Unsurprisingly, the nefarious group I called out and exposed in my video has been spreading lies and manipulating the narrative, dragging me through the mud, ruining my life in the process. To this day, the online organization known as the Workshop of Rascals Manufactured, or WORM for short, has been yet again trying to force their own agenda into the community by making everyone think that my friend, no, my role model and father figure even, fellow YouTuber Larry Dingo is a transphobe and a racist. And guys, this simply cannot stand any longer. Sure, he may have different political takes and may have been responsible for the harassment received by multiple members of the community, but deep down, he's a really nice guy. So it's really tragic to me to see how someone's online reputation can just be ruined over a couple harmless thought pieces, really. Now, firstly, before going into what's actually been going on with this big TF2 workshop drama, I would like to just reiterate a couple basic things about TF2 in the workshop to make sure we're all, on the same page throughout my entire video here. I need you to keep up. So, Team Fortress 2 is a team-based multiplayer first-person shooter developed by Valve Software as a part of a game bundle, the Orange Box. It was first released for Microsoft Windows and Xbox 360 on the 10th of October 2007, a PlayStation 3 version then followed on November 22nd, 2007. Following suit, it was released as a standalone title on April 9th, 2008. And on June 10th, 2010, Team Fortress 2 was released for the Mac OS, but the PC and Mac OS versions of TF2 adopted a free-to-play model on June 23rd, 2011, with all the revenue being generated from microtransactions from the in-game store. After several months of closed beta, Team Fortress 2 was finally released for Linux operating systems on February 14th, 2013. Since the April 18th, 2024 patch, computers running the Mac OS are now missing the game's executable file and can thus not run Team Fortress 2. On June 12th, 2024, Mac OS was removed from the System Requirements section of TF2's Steam Store page. The game was first announced in 1998 as a sequel to the original Team Fortress mod for Quake, a first-person shooter game developed by id Software, but has since been through various concept and design periods. In 1999, the game appeared to be abandoning the art styles of the original Team Fortress classic by transitioning towards a more realistic and militaristic style of gameplay. The design continued evolving over the game's 9-year-long development period, and the game engine switch. The final art style renditions for TF2 resembles that of the original Team Fortress and Team Fortress Classic games, and also features a cartoon-like visual style based on the art of Dean Cornwell, J.C. Leyendecker, and Norman Rockwell. TF2 followed a popular trend in CGI films at the time, in particular films made by Pixar such as The Incredibles. The absence of media information or apparent development progress for 6 years of the game's development caused it to be labeled as Vaporwave, and it was regularly featured in the Wired News' annual Vaporwave list, among gaming news outlets. Since its release, however, the game has received critical acclaim and several awards. Now, the Steam Workshop is a mini-site that enables users to submit modeled items for in-game release and displaying online and custom maps for the community to play with. The site went live with the Maniversary update and sale on October 13th, 2011, and aims to make item contribution more open to the public by allowing all users to view and rate submitted items, and to let the community play and rate maps. It currently supports TF2 and over 1,000 other titles. TF2 submissions must be in the form of maps, weapon, cosmetics, taunts, war paints, unusual effects, and community fixes. Users may also tag submissions in special categories, denoting submissions for sound device items such as Boston Boom Bringer, holiday events like Halloween, Smithmas in summer, and occasional special events and themes such as the promotional item tied cosmetics for Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris, Batman Arkham Knight, and the jungle theme leading up to the Jungle Inferno update. Submitted items can be viewed in the gallery of the site, sorted by most recent or highest rated submissions. Items submitted to the site are chosen based on the quality of modeling, texturing, and animation, and attributes such as damage statistics and weapon functionality are determined by Valve before release, in order to consider game balance. The Steam Workshop site was created to replace the contribution page on the TF2 official website and to make it easier for users to receive feedback from Valve and the wider community regarding specific entries. Okay, I'm glad that all that information is now out in the open. Feel free to contact and send mass emails to all individuals listed previously. Getting evidence for these kinds of things is a very complicated process. Most of the time I looked at screenshots and generally just guessed if they were good faith or bad faith, and unfortunately it was always bad faith. At some point I thought about maybe asking the admins of Worm, but then I thought, what if they were speaking to me and they started to make sense and maybe even convince me that all of this big drama wasn't actually their fault? This would be putting myself in a prime situation to be manipulated, so of course I didn't interview any of these people despite lacking any sort of evidence on the matter. This and the fact that Worm's Discord server is basically impossible to enter due to the fact that they tend to randomly kick or even ban all of their racist, homophobic, or even transphobic members for seemingly no reason at all. As well as the fact that they have a tendency to archive all the drama-ridden channels, making them inaccessible and a clear showcase that they are deeply in need to rely on censorship to hide their true intentions from the public. This abuse of power becomes even more scary when you consider that they have a direct pipeline to Valve and Team Fortress 2's lead creators and developers. So, in short, these guys are a fucking trouble, and I will no longer stand for this injustice. How come other creators in the TF2 space haven't stepped up to speak on this issue? I would love to hear the takes of Purple Uncle or Bricksmith Overtime on this issue, so that all the players can finally realize that in fact, workshoppers should stop making things because sometimes it makes me uncomfortable. Also, look at these graphs. You can clearly see that the line here goes down, so this is negative and really bad. And of course, this all began when the workshop first started, so coincidence? No. I will soon be developing a woke item detector that detects if anyone associated with this recluse cabal of gaming terrorists has any involvements with the TF2 workshop item you are looking at on your browser. Yes, it will siphon your data and hand it straight to me, but do not worry. I promise that it sort of might not be sold to anybody else. And as always, my name is Big Mac Games. Thanks for watching.